Hey guys, I'm going to show you the updated method of counter strafing in CS2. Now it's changed a lot since CSGO, where you were super vertical and horizontal with movement, you're super blocky and you want to just hit crouch and just stay in the same spot. But now that the movement is so fast and so quick, you want to be super flowy, tap and crouch and make yourself a super hard target to hit. If you guys need any help implementing anything in this video, I have a coaching program, it's linked below. So now I'm going to show you guys in game kind of the difference between the CSGO counter strafing and CS2 counter strafing, so you know what you can kind of change. So in CSGO it was a lot like this. If you watch the screen, it was like you would counter strafe and then stop like this. You go like this. So you counter strafe, stop, counter strafe, stop, counter strafe, stop. Just super like robotic like this. Sometimes a lot of players, like simple, I know, would go like this and just go straight down like this. Like this. Really like robotic, like straight. It's kind of like it was on vertical and horizontal axes. Everything. It wasn't very like movie and kind of flowy. There was some players, I know, I used to verse who would do it a bit. Jonk used to do it, but it wasn't as effective as it is now. So this was the old kind of movement, and what it's kind of changed to now is this kind of stuff where you're still moving. You're going like this, and you're strafing, you're letting go, you're crouching, you're moving super fast. So one mistake I've noticed lower level players do when they see my videos about this movement style is initially you actually kind of want to counter strafe like CSGO. So I'll show you what I mean. We don't want to go like this and just start spraying like this or something like this. What we want to do is play like CSGO, but then as soon as we don't insta headshot them, we adjust. So this is what Dunk does. It's like, say we insta headshot him. So I'll show you an example. See that I didn't insta headshot him there, so we kind of continued the spray on. But initially if I insta headshot him, I'm always ready to move on to the next target. So the best way to think about it is CSGO was very blocky. We wanted to stop when we're moving. We wanted to be like super on the vertical and the horizontal axes. In CS2 we want to be up and down, we want to be moving. Another thing in CS2 is you actually move quite a lot when you just click A and D, and you're fully accurate when you tap like this. So I'll show you what it looks like in third person. So I'm tapping A and D, I'm fully accurate right now, but look how much my character's moving. Fully accurate right now. I'm like jiggling around, fully accurate. So this is one thing you can do if you're holding angles, separate note, is just click A and D, always. Never stand like this, because you're an easy target compared to this. So one thing you can do after you counter strafe is adding in these A and D movements. So for example, you go like this. See, I'm just spamming between A and D, so you guys can see on the screen my keyboard presses. So this makes me a super hard target to hit, so you guys can implement this into your game. So now I'll show you some examples of CSGO and CS2 pros doing this movement. After that, I'll show you some examples of practical exercises that you can include in your training routines or your warm-up routines to get you really feeling this well and being able to implement this into your game. I want to show you two examples of CSGO and CS2. So here we have this famous CSGO clip. I am Katowice, Grand Final, ROPS. We see he's up here, JKS tries to get across, Nico catches him. So ROPS is up here, so as we can see here, slows down, he just crouches and sprays, he doesn't move, doesn't do the donk movement, spots the second guy long, they drop down, again, just crouch, up and down, vertical, horizontal. This third guy, same thing, just stands there, counter strafes, no donk movement, nothing. And then obviously we know he lines up the last deagle kill, which is very nice. But as we can see, that's definitely different to what CS2 is now. Now let's have a look at Donk here. Peeking out, this is a CS2 clip of him streaming. We see him peek, he's tapping crouch. He's doing this classic Donk slide where he taps crouch, lets go of it. And he counter strafes at the same time. We'll see him again. So he swings. Counter strafes, but then taps crouch and moves left, so he's hidden from the other angle. Then he counter strafes, goes back almost behind the wall, then Counter Strafe's right again. So as we can see, CSGO and CS2 movement are completely different. So if you're more of a beginner, this is one of the movements you can do, and it's honestly, it's much harder than it looks. So even if you're intermediate player, even advanced, you should try this because it's actually quite hard. So you have to slow yourself down. It takes discipline to be able to do this. So what you want to do is you line up all the bots like this, and you move left and right like this, and you stop and you try and land on them like that with your counter strafe. So this is a really good way of practicing, and you don't want to do what I just did then. You don't want to go like this. You want to just land perfectly like that. Like that. It's really good practice for your counter strafe here. Like that. Then what you want to do is you want to add in the shooting. So we counter strafe, we try and aim on them, and then we shoot them. We counter strafe, say we miss like this, then we slowly adjust. So it kind of looks like this. So it might look a bit stupid and silly, but it's actually a really good movement if you're trying to get the feeling of counter strafes. The more intermediate advanced exercise is this one here. What you want to do is you want to track the head of a player like this, and then counter strafe, flick to another enemy, and then do the donk movement that I said, where we're spamming AD. So aiming like this, we flick to them and then do the movement. So this one honestly hurts your brain a lot, and it's actually really good practice because it practices your tracking, practices your counter strafing, your flicking, your movement, everything. So I really recommend this one. Thanks for watching, guys. If you guys are interested in any coaching by me, I have a coaching program, so you can check out my website if that's something you might be interested in. And I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.